Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's get my stuff situated. Okay. I also do live in the city, so you're gonna hear some excuse me, God. All right, so as far as look goes in terms of what we're gonna create on the eyeballs, not exactly sure what we're gonna do, but the focus of today's video, yes, it will be the tutorial on whatever eyeballs I create, but I do wanna focus on some brushes that I got. They were a Christmas gift from my best friend, Brianna. Hey, Brianna. These brushes were a gift from my best friend, Brianna, and I absolutely love them just for the fact of what or where they come from. These are Harry inspired brushes. For those who don't know what Harry I happen to be talking about with the SLYTHERIN green background and this type of pouch, I'm talking about Harry Potter. I am a massive Harry Potter fan, so Brianna knew this, so why not get me a Christmas gift that brings two of some of the things I love the most together, makeup and Harry Potter. So we are going to be examining these brushes, testing these brushes, seeing if they live up to the test of truly magical. I'm not exactly sure what company this is from. I'm pretty sure this is from like an indie brand on Etsy. I'm gonna get the information from Brie and leave it in the description box below just in case you're interested in purchasing these lovely tools. So the collection comes with this little pouch and this little like makeshift SLYTHERIN sort of monogram. Not really sure. That's how the monogram looks on the front of the bag, and the bag has this like velvety texture, and the top part here is like this, I don't really know what to kind of call this material here. Focus! I don't know what to call this material here, and it has like a drawstring at the top, which is awesome. The brushes come with, I believe, 5 brushes total, if I'm not mistaken. They're metal, they feel very well made, which is what I was excited about when I first opened them up. Okay, so we're just gonna continue because I was trying to just wait for the police to pass, but they're obviously driving extremely slow near my window. So this brush is a more densely packed kind of focusing brush. I really needed another one of these brushes. The bristles feel nice and dense in there. They don't feel hard. They feel pretty soft. Brush number 2 is an angle brush. The bristles on this one also feel really nice, really soft, and also pretty dense as well, which I really like in this kind of brush. Brush numero 3. Brush number 3 is a fluffy blending brush, and I can already see some flyaways in the brush, which I'm not too happy about. When I see flyaway hairs like that in a brush or weave or whatever, it just screams sloppy construction to me, so I'm rooting for you. And this is Dumbledore's wand. Wow, it's the Elder wand. Wow. Yes, I'm really rooting for you, fluffy blending brush. Don't let me down. It's a little wider than I would like personally my fluffy blending brushes to be, but we'll make her work. Brush number 4 is a bit of an awkward looking brush for me, and this is where the construction on the brush definitely gets a little sloppy. You can tell like right here where the person glued it together, it's a little off, taking off that excess glue, you know, but I'm gonna peel it off and make it look nice. This one is a cross between the angled brush and the fluffy blending brush. Definitely is of the fluffier nature, definitely feels really soft. Not really sure. It's more of an awkward brush to me because it's a little longer than I would like this kind of brush to be. Last brush I have in this collection is Voldemort's wand. Ooh. So this one is just a regular flat packing brush. I really like these brushes. I could never get enough of them, so I'm just happy I got this in this collection. Alright guys, so that's it for the quick overview of the brushes. Now we're going to test them out, see how they play in some color, see how they, you know, apply stuff to this skin, because my skin is really texturized right now because it's winter, so we're definitely going to be putting these brushes to the test. So because I don't necessarily know what I'm going to be doing on my face per se, or what colors we're going to be using, or how fallout is going to look with these brushes, I am actually going to do my makeup backwards, and we're going to do the eyeballs first and then do the rest of the face. Really wanted to play around in some color today, so I'm grabbing my 23 Perfect Matte palette. Love this palette. It's by Nicolah. It's affordable. It's great. It's great. You guys have seen it in a bunch of tutorials. For today, I'm gonna be dipping into some colors that I've absolutely never dipped into on this channel before. And I think I'm gonna be playing around in this row specifically. I think I'm gonna be playing around in these blues and adding these two greens, you know, to kind of make things pop a little bit. To prime our eyelids, I'm gonna be using some LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I'm gonna be taking a bunch of that, putting that and setting that all along my eyeballs. Now that we've gotten our proper first step out of the way and we've primed our eyelids, I am gonna go ahead. I think I want to reach, I need some kind of transition color to bridge the green and blue that I'm trying to use. So I think I'm gonna reach into this blue color right here. Hopefully it picks up. It's my first time actually using it. Oh yes, it does pick up. I was talking way too fast. Just going to, oh Poopa Jesus. So I wanted to start in my crease and then feather it upward. Brushes feel a little rougher on the skin than it did in my hands. So this brush is actually doing what I feared. So because it is such a wide brush, like I said, this was a little fluffier and a wider than I usually like my blending brushes to be. Because it is so wide, it is spreading the color a little higher than I would like it to go. And I'm a little annoyed by it, and I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But we're gonna keep it, and we are just going to be a little more careful on this eye, and we're just gonna use more of a packing motion. Let's see if that helps me have more control over where the color is placed. All the cops want to be in the neighborhood tonight, I guess. Naturally, I just want to blend and do a sweep in motion, but I'm finding with this brush that I'm getting more of a color payoff and more of a control of where the colors are going with a packing motion. So that's not what I wanted from this brush, but it's okay. Okay, so we are done with that light blue color. Like I said, I didn't want it to be so high of a color. I wanted it to be more of a transition color, but because the brush has a mind of its own, yeah, we're here, right? So I'm actually gonna take the blue right next to it, and I'm gonna use the same fluffy blending brush and actually just layer the two colors on top of each other. We're just gonna deepen that up a bit. Lots of blue. We're looking real blue right now. No gang affiliations. People in Brooklyn be losing their mind when you wear too much of one color. All right, so I think we've built up the intensity of this blue enough. I want to dip into another blue and kind of focus it right in this little crease area very, very deep. I kind of want to take this color right here, this deeper blue here. Oh wait, here we go. I'm getting what I wanted. I want there to be an obvious gradient between darker blue and lighter blue. Got a little gradient going. I ended up going all the way to this deepest blue, all the way at the end to kind of get the gradient that I want, and I'm just using a packing and sweeping motion. The sweeping motion is to further blend it into the previous blue that was there, and then the packing motion is to just make sure that the color payoff is there as well. Loads of blue, man, loads of blue. But we're gonna be getting somewhere. We're gonna be getting somewhere pretty soon. This brush is extremely stiff. Extremely stiff. I've had brushes with this shape before and they still move. Even though they're tightly knit and tightly packed and the bristles are close together, it still moved when I would sweep. This one is extremely, extremely stiff, so you know, we're gonna have to get that together, Harry. So because of the shape of one of the brushes, I think I am going to do a cut crease. So I'm gonna squeeze out some LA Girl, my trusted, never fail me concealer. go. That's what I didn't want to do. I didn't want to over conceal, and I did it. All right, guys, so this is the shape I have come up with. Ooh, don't know what that sound was, but you know, we're working with what the Lord gave us. We are going to use the Voldemort wand. The flat packing brush, or the flat eyeshadow brush, is Voldemort's wand. So we're gonna go ahead and try and use that. This was the brush actually that led me to think I wanted to do a cut crease. And I'm gonna reach for that green right here, this olivey green. And I'm gonna start it off in the center. I'm not sure. Hold up. Oh, this is coming out a different kind of green than I thought, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Oh, I'm here for it. I'm gonna pack this color right in the center of the crease. As for the performance of the brush, it's picking up and placing color wonderfully. This one is there's definitely a difference between this one and the other brushes for sure. I actually also love how flat this brush is. It's actually flatter than most packing brushes, but I feel like it makes, because it's so flat, it's making for an easier application. Taking my time and bringing the color up to the crease line as close as I can get it without actually messing it up. I'm gonna reach for another short packing brush I have. It's not one of the Harry Potter inspired brushes because I don't have a brush to do what I want to do next, or what I feel will do next. I'm gonna reach into this green right over here, this lime green here, and I'm gonna place that in the little SLYTHERIN. And this little SLYTHERIN of concealer we have here. And blend that in with the previous green. I'm just gonna feather out this lime green into the previous green we had on our eye. I'm gonna continue to pack it onto the places where I feel is sparse. And I'm gonna go back into that really deep blue and kind of connect the two here. So while I do like how the eyes came out, I'm not in love with them, so I want to give them some pizzazz. So I want to dip into another product from Nicolah, maybe see how they interact with one another. I have this Radiant Liquid Eyeshadow from her. I'm going to use this brush from Aesthetica to apply the product because it's a little thinner and I'll have a little more control over the product. And I'm hopefully going to line it along the crease. That's what I would like to do. So I'm actually going to start it back here just in case I mess up. All right guys, so this is what I have come up with. I'm gonna go off camera and do the rest of my face, and I'll come back to show you guys the final touches on what I do with the eyeball and to talk about these brushes and their performance. All right guys, so this is the finished look. Definitely outside of my comfort zone in terms of color and in terms of how bright it looks, but definitely I love it. I love how it ended up coming out. I ended up just throwing on a really dramatic lash. I didn't do any winged liner like I usually do. I was having a hard time controlling where I wanted the product to go specifically. So I had the most trouble with this fluffy blending brush. It was kind of just throwing and placing the color, the blue color, all over the place. So it kind of made it difficult to concentrate concentrate certain blues in certain areas and get the gradient effect that I really wanted. I didn't use this brush at all, so I actually want to take this one out of the equation because it's just really awkward. I don't know. I'm gonna give these brushes an 8.5. These brushes get like a 5. That's how we're gonna do it. These worked wonderfully. I ended up finding a use for this angled blending brush when I was filling out my waterline, and the shape of the brush and actually how long it is compared to my other angled brush made it really easy to get into these tight corners here. I really always struggle with bringing my color down onto my waterline because I end up looking like a raccoon. I can't control where the color goes. I end up putting too much. This put the right amount of color right underneath my waterline, so I really loved this brush. This brush is really good for concentrating color, really focusing the color in one area. Only quarrel with this brush is that it was the stiffest of the 3 that I liked, but nonetheless, great brush. This one, loved it. How flat the brush is made it really easy to get into those tight areas and to lay the color smoothly. A lot of times when I'm packing color onto itself, little balls of excess, you know, eyeshadow will start to build up, start to crease it, it just starts to get really funky sometimes. This brush being as thin as it is actually really aided placing the color, so I really loved this one as well. Comment down below if you have any Harry Potter styled, you know, or inspired brushes or makeup tools. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you like this makeup look. Make sure to subscribe, share with your peeps, and until next time, you guys, peace.